Hello and welcome to Quick Tips, the Elementor website design course video tutorials. In the previous videos, I have shown you how to create the header, footer and the home page of the website. And on the home page, we added the slider section. Now in this video, we are going to add different sections on the home page. So let's go back to the home page edit section. This is the slider that we created in the last video. Now below this slider section, I want to add, let's say, the services section. I want to add 6 different services that I'm going to offer on this website. The number can change according to your website requirement. In this example, I'm going to use 6 different services. All right, so let's click on plus sign and select the flex box. That will be the single column. Let's add some padding at the top and at the bottom. Let's make it 60 pixel and 60 pixel. Right, now click on the plus sign and go to heading, drag it and drop it. This is going to be the heading for the services. Okay, and let's say our services. All right, this is in H2 tag. Let's go to settings. I want to increase the size. Let's make it 40 pixel and center align it, and let's capitalize it. Click on the drop down, go to transform, make it uppercase, and for the font I'm going to change the font. Now it is not necessary to change the font of each and every title or each and every text container. I just want to show you how you can change the font for the headings. If I do not change the font, it is going to use the default font that we set up already under site settings. All right, so this is the font. Now below that, I want to add 6 services in 3 columns. So there will be 3 columns and 2 rows of services. Okay, so to click on the plus sign again and click on container, drag it and drop it just below the services. And in this container, I want to add 3 different columns that will be in the horizontal directions. So I'll go to directions and select this horizontal row. Okay, click on plus sign again, drag and drop another container inside this horizontal container. Select the inner container, right click on it and click on add new container. So you will see new container is added horizontally. Now let's right click on the second one and click on add new container, and you will see 3 different columns are created automatically. So what I have done, I have added one container which has the direction in the right hand side, and inside that container I added 3 different containers to create 3 columns. All right, so click on the first column here, and here I want to add the first service. For the first service, I'm going to add an image. So click on the plus sign, drag and drop the image here. Click on choose image. I'm going to upload one service image. I have already downloaded some sample images. So select the service 1 image or the required service and add that one in the first column. Okay, now below that, I want to add the name of the service. So click on plus sign, go to heading and just drag and drop the heading below this image. Center align it. And let's add the name for this service. So this is going to be the name of this service. If you want to change the color, you can change the color for this service, and you can also change the font size and the font family. All right, let's make it 23, semi bold. Click on plus sign again and search for text editor. This is going to be the short description for this particular service. Center align it. I'm going to use the dummy content here. Below that, I want to add a button. So click on plus sign again, look for button, drag it and drop it here. Go to style settings and use the stretch. And for the content, let's say read more. Here you can add the link for this button, which will go to the service page, or you can use the dynamic tag. Right now we do not have the pages created, so in future we are going to create pages for the services and we will link them with these buttons. All right, so as of now I'm going to keep it as it is, hashtag. Okay, so for the first service we have image, title, description, and a read more button. And you can see that this button is using the color that we set up in the site settings. All right, now select this column again, and we are going to add border for this column. So let's go to style settings, go to border, and you can add the border here. If you click on border type drop down, you will see different options that you can select. I'm going to select dotted. You will see the dotted border is there. If I select solid, you will see solid border there. You can change the border color like this. So this is going to be the border for this particular service. Or you can also add box shadow. If I use box shadow, you will see this is the box shadow. All right, so this is the first service. Now you want to use the same structure for the second service. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click on this entire container or the column and duplicate it. Okay, so you will see another service in the exact same layout. Now we have got 4 columns here. So I'm going to right click on this one and delete this one. So now again we have 3 columns. Let's change the image. Click on the image and select another image or replace the image with the new one. Then under title, change the title for the service. I'm using some dummy content for the services. Again, you can add your own content here. This is going to be the read more button again, which will link to this particular service page. Let's right click on it again and duplicate it. Let's go to this column, right click and delete it. Okay, let's go to the third image and change the image. All right, so this is going to be the third service. This is the title for the third service. All right, so we have got one row with the 3 columns. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the entire section and duplicate it. So if I go here to the container, right click and duplicate it. So you will see the same services section here with the 3 columns. So let's go to the fourth one. Select the new image. Change the title. Go to fifth one. Add new image. Add title. Go to the last one. Change the image. And add new title. All right, so we have got 6 different services. Let's publish it. Let's go to the page, refresh it, and you will see services there. Now this is one layout. You can create any kind of layout to show the services. You can remove this content or use a different layout for the services. Now let's go to the section again and let's add some more padding to the top and to the bottom section. Okay, I want to add background image. Let's go to style settings for this section. Currently it is set to white color. If you want to change the background color, you can change the background color. However, we will need to change the content color also. All right, so let's revert it. And instead of color, we are going to add an image. Let's use this image. Now this is going to be the background image for this entire section, but that does not look good. So let's add background overlay. So we are going to add background overlay color, white, and let's change the opacity. So you will see that we have background image there, which is slightly showing in the background. Okay, let's go back to background. This is the image that we selected. This is image resolution. Let's change the position to center. Attachment will be fixed, so that if I move the cursor, if I move the content, you will see that the background image is still fixed. It is not scrolling. Okay, so that is like a parallax effect. Repeat will be no repeat, and it is going to cover. All right, so we have added background image for this entire section. Now below this services section, let's say I want to add some content on the home page. So let's click on the plus sign and let's select 2 columns here. Okay, so this is going to be 2 column section. Now let's say in this column I want to add some content. So click on the plus sign, go to heading, add the heading, and let's add some content here. Welcome to. Okay, so this is going to be some content about your website. Let's add text editor. All right, I'm adding some dummy content here. Okay, now we have this title and some content. Now in this area I want to add image, so I can add image like this. Click on plus sign and drag and drop the image. Select the image. I'm going to select one of these images. Okay, so this is going to be the image and this is how it will look. Okay, now instead of adding this image here on the section, I can use it as a background. Click on the column, go to style settings, go to background type, and for this I'm going to use this one as background. So this is going to be a background. Again, you can change to center, scroll, and no repeat, so it is not going to repeat it, and use as cover, so it is going to cover the entire column. Okay, now if I go here, this is how it is going to look. Okay, this does not look good, so I'm going to add, go to the entire section, make it full width, and padding change it to 0, change it to 0. Margin will also be 0. Now this is how it will look. This is going to be a full width. Let's add some padding for the content. So click on this column, the first column, go to advanced and add padding, say 40 pixel. And for this column, image is center. Instead of that, we are going to use top center, so the face of this person will look nice. Okay, so this is how it will look. Okay, now for this one I'm going to change the background color. So select the column, go to style settings and change the background color. So let's say black color. Let's go to the content. For the content, change the color to white, and for this one also change the color to white. Okay, now let's see how does this look. So this is how it will look. All right, let's publish it. Let's go back to the web page, refresh it. So we have the services with the background image, and this is the content. I just want to show you different structures that you can use on the website. Now, if I add more content, then you will see the change here. Let's copy this content and add. You will see this, still the image is there. It is taking the entire width of the column like this. If I publish it and refresh it, this image is taking the entire width of the column. That's why I have used it in the background. All right, let's delete one section from here, publish it. Now below this section, let's say I want to add call to action. So I'm going to click on the plus sign here and select 2 column structure. Click on it, go to style settings, go to advanced, and for the padding, let's add 100 pixel top and 100 pixel bottom. I want this big column to the left hand side and small column to the right hand side. So I'm going to click on this column, drag it and drop it to the left hand side of this column. And you will see we have the big column on the left hand side, small column on the right hand side. Let's go to the style settings again. And for this one also, I'm going to change the background color. I'm going to use background image. I'm going to use one of the background images here. Let's use this one. All right. Position will be top, center, fixed, no repeat, and cover. All right, I'm going to add background overlay. Go to background overlay, change the color to, let's say, blue one, and change the opacity, make it look much darker so that we can use white color text here. Okay, so we have this background. Click on the plus sign here and let's add heading. And for the heading, let's say get in touch with us. Okay, let's go to style setting, change the color to white and center align it. Change the size to, let's say, 65 pixel. Okay, now click on this column, and for the vertical alignment, change it to center. So it will be at the center of this column. Here, I'm going to add button. So click on plus sign, look for button, drag it and drop it here. Change the width, make it stretch. And for this one, let's say contact us. And here we are going to link it with the contact page. Once we have the contact page ready, go to typography, change the typography, the size of the font, and let's add some border radius. All right, so you will see the border radius for this button. Again, go to this column and vertical alignment, change it to center. The button is set to stretch. If you do not like that, you can simply align it to the center and it is not going to take the entire column width. Okay, so this is just a call to action. You can add more element in this section. You can add some content or some information about how to get in touch with your business. Once done, click on publish. Let's refresh it. And you will see the section is added here. You will see the background image with the parallax effect. Now click on the plus sign again. I want to add some testimonials here. So I'm going to add a new section. Let's add some padding, 80 pixel top, 80 pixel bottom. And click on the plus sign and search for testimonials. Now you will see different types of testimonials. If you want to add only one testimonial, you can simply use this one. It will show only one testimonial. Then you have testimonial carousel option, which will show sliding testimonials. This is a reviews option. If I click on it and drag it and drop it here, you will see a different style of reviews that you can use. It has 3 reviews by default, and you will see only one review is shown and others will be shown as slides. Okay, so we are going to use this one. Okay, so we have 3 slides here. If you want to add more reviews, you can add more reviews. Let's make it 4. Go to item, and under item you will see an option to add images for this reviewer. So if I click on image, I can upload the image of a person who has added the review. So let's use this one, and you will see the image here. Okay, so this is going to be the name of this person, and this is the Twitter handle. If you do not want the Twitter icon, you can simply delete it from here and you will see that it's gone. This is the username. If you want, you can delete that one also, and instead of that you can use any other title. Let's say city name. I'm going to use Dallas. This is the review or the content of the review from this particular person. Okay, so this is about the first review. Similarly, you can add image for the second reviewer and add the content for the second review. You can change the name and city. Let's say I'm going to use New York. Delete the icon and add the content, the review content. All right. Similarly, again, you can add review 3 and review 4. Instead of that, I'm going to duplicate these reviews. Okay, so we have 4 different reviews here. I want to show 2 slides. So I'm going to select 2 slides. So you will see 2 columns. Then we have slides to scroll will be 1. So after each scroll, it is going to use 1 slide to scroll. Width will be, let's say, 80%. or let's say 90%. For the additional options, you will see arrows. Arrows will be shown here. Pagination will be dots. You will see it here. Transition duration is 500 millisecond. Autoplay is enabled, and this is the autoplay speed. Infinite loop is also enabled. If I move the cursor on it, it is going to pause the testimonial. You will see it here, pause on hover. All right, now let's go to style settings. This is the space between two columns. Background color, you can change the background color just like this. And border width, you can also add border width. You can also add border. This is the border radius. For each review, let's change the space between 20 pixel. Let's add padding 25. You will see the padding inside the box. Header, this is the header background color. Let's change the header background color, this one. Okay, so this one looks good. This is the separator. If you do not want, you can hide the separator. This is the text color. You can change the text color. You will see it here. For the title, again, you can change the text color like this. And for the review, this is the review. For the review, you can change the text color. You can also change the font size and the font family also. Let's make it Roboto. This is the line height. All right, so you will see it looks nice. Image, this is for the image. You can change the image size. Gap. This is the icon. We are not using icon. Reviews, here you will see the reviews. If I go to content, item, rating, let's make it 5-star. For the second review, let's make it 4-star. For the third one, let's make it 4.5. And for the fourth one, let's make it 4.8. All right, so you can add the review rating. Let's go back to style, go to ratings, and this is the size of the rating. You can change the size of the rating, and this is the spacing between the rating and color. Now let's change the color to dark yellow. All right, so this is the rating color. And marked color will be, let's say, black. You will see this is the black color, which is not marked. Or let's make it white. All right, below that we have navigation. You will see the navigation. Size of the arrow, it can be changed, and also change the color of the arrow. You will see the arrow color here. For the pagination, let's change the active color to blue one, and the color for the dots will be black one. So you will see it here, black and blue. This one is active, this is non-active. You can change the size also. All right, once done, click on publish. At the top, you can also add heading section. Let's go to plus sign, drag and drop the heading. What our customer, center align it, change the size to 60. Let's make it 500. Medium transform to capitalize. All right, this one looks good. We can add space between these two elements. So you can click on plus sign. You will see the option here, spacer or the divider. Let's use divider. Let me show you how does this work. So this is the divider. Let's change the width to 50%. And center align it, so it will be at the center. This is the solid, or you can make it double or dotted. You will see the dotted divider, or dashed. You will see the dashed divider. You can go to style and gap. Now you can change the gap. From here you can adjust the gap. Let's make it 30 pixel. And weight, you will see the weight here. So you can change the weight of the divider. Right, let's go to the entire section and let's change the background color. Let's make it off-white. Click on the color, select one of the colors here. All right, so from here you can add the background color for the entire section. Click on publish. Let's go back to page, refresh it. This is the testimonial section. You will see the sliding testimonials. Let's go back. Now below that, I want to add the blog section. Right now, we do not have blog and blog post created. We are going to create the blog and blog post later, and those blog posts will be shown on the home page. So we are going to add the section here, but we will add the blog and the post later in the upcoming videos. So let's go to this section, go to advanced. Let's add the padding at the top and to the bottom. Click on heading. Click on plus sign, use heading, and name it as recently published articles, which will show the recently added blog post. Now I want to use the same style setting that we have here. So what I can do, I can right click on this, copy it, okay, and scroll down. I want the same style setting for this particular title. So what I can do, I can select this one, right click and use paste style. So it is going to use the same style settings. You will see it is the same like this. So in this section, we are going to add the blog post later when we create the blog post. All right, let's publish it, refresh it. All right, so you will see a new section is added here. Now in the next video, we are going to work on the blog post for the website. We are going to create a template for the blog post, and I'll show you how you can add the blog post on the website.
Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to get more quick tips about online softwares and tools. If you have any questions, please leave us message in comments section. And press the like button if you like the video. Thanks for watching Quick Tips.